only time I dropped my first build video. I was looking on the internet for like just PlayStation stuff in general, or just consoles, and I could not find builds for like anything. I was like, what the hell? So I had to like makeshift my own stuff. But I have two builds, by the way. This one is gonna be like definite end game. It'll be a lot easier to build, but it'll have a lot less stuff that you need. But I myself have the worst talismans you've ever seen. I have not been blessed by the Monster Hunter gods. So like this is about as good as I could get it, but someone with a better like slottage could easily get something better. I do recommend protective polish for this one and a little bit of handicraft to get that white, because then you can hold it. But yeah, here's the build. So we got the Kaiser Crown, 3 critical eye, 1 critical boost, super good. We got Vike Mail for this one reason it has so much slottage. We got Valstrax because it gives critical eye and weakness exploit. Dragon Heart's just something extra added on top. Basically, you drop over 50%, you get a bunch of elemental like debuffs or stuff like that. Chrome Metal Coat once again for that amazing slottage. And finally, we got Golden Hakama, which gives us critical boost and latent power. For the charm, I don't recommend using Razor Sharp, but I have the worst talismans you have ever seen, so I just have it here because it's the only one I have with a 2 decoration slot. I actually recommend using Protective Polish, and then in one of these, put Handicraft, and then another Handicraft, and not another Handicraft, another Protective Polish to max it out. But it'd be really, really good if you had a double Protective Polish talisman. But yeah, the skills are as follows. But yeah, just like this base, it has this, which is pretty goddamn good. About the elephant in the room, simply because there is only 2 long swords that I believe could even stand a chance against each other, and that's the Tigrex one. The problem with the Tigrex one is it also has very little light sharpness, which is fine. You just have to bring once again the protective polish, but it has negative 20 affinity, whereas the Chameleos longsword has 15% affinity and 220 raw, which you can easily ramp up with the thing and make it close to 230. So I ended up choosing the Chameleos one simply because it has the better stats overall, I would like to think. I'm not saying you're wrong if you play the Tigrex one. I just prefer personally this one because it gives me that 100% critical eye, critical eye affinity no matter what. Because with this build you get 105%. I would have loved to ration it out to get it just 100%, but doing it the way I did, I could not find a way to get it 100% without sacrificing something or other. But it's still nice because when you're not hitting like weak spots, you'll still have a higher chance of critting. So regardless, it's still pretty good. I would like to add, if you're not as unlucky as I am, you could easily make this build 100 times better. You can use an actual pendant that's actually good and not just one with a random skill. For example, that protective polish one would be amazing. I believe it exists. Or just simply double attack and then just slot it in, or double affinity then just slot in the protective polish by itself like that. Because you only need the 3 of protective polish and then the rest of the single slots. Put some nice grinder or free mill jewels because those are just so helpful in hunts. Instantly proc your protective polish and keep on hunting. I am gonna start showing off the pre Valstrax build. It's basically the same except you have a little bit less room to play with and the skills are a little bit worse. Not really. Like you still get 7. Like it's still the perfect 100% affinity. You just won't have not like there's many decos to play with. That's the main difference. But yeah, I'm gonna get right onto that. So yeah. So this one would be what I would call the budget build. It's just something you can use early game. However, there's a lot of more playroom you can do with this one. Because I just wanted this to have during, well, you could just use it to kill Velstrax. This is what I personally use to kill Velstrax. But you can easily go Nargamel, Rathalos Vambraces for that double attack, the Kaiser, of course, the Scalda for double weakness exploit, and the Hakuma Greaves once again for critical boost. It has near the same skills, if not more, with less like work you have to put into it. Let me show you here. You still get all the same skills, but you get attack boost too, and weakness exploit, critical boost. But once again, this is just you play, you put in these 3 sets. It's not as good. You don't have as much slottage, but you get the base stats that are going to help you get to where I am. Once again, the original build is better. You can put more slottage. You can have better skills. You can have more skills even, and you can have protective polish with all that good stuff. But once again, this is just so you can get there. Now, I am gonna say if you don't want to use the Nargamel, you can use the Vike. I believe it's called Vike chest piece. It's the one that I use in the other one, and slot and other things. But just for ease of mind when you're trying to like build things, I just slap the armor on and you're ready to go. And once again, Phantom Mirage is easily I would like to think better than the Tigrex one. I don't think it gets much better, but like I said, completely up to the player. Just wanted to once again just show off what I have for sludge. Once again, I have the worst talismans you've ever seen, so I have to work with what I have. But I just kind of put a critical eye jewel in every one of these to just max out the crit eye. But like I said, with a better talisman, you can easily make this way better, have more slottage, and once again, you get all this bonus slottage. You put your grinders in to get that instant thing. You put a protective polish and a handicraft in to just get that white sharpness to hold while you're fighting. Peak build. I don't think it gets any better than this. Looking online, like I said, I couldn't find much. It was all Sunbreak stuff, so I just wanted to make it a little more accessible for players to find builds like these. But yeah, once again, if you have any idea how to change the build or if you think you can make it better, drop it down in the comments. Would love to hear how you can improve this build. But yeah, this is my final gift to you guys. If you have better talismans, just make this thing the peak it's supposed to be. But yeah, I'm planning on making multiple other builds that have probably higher damage outputs, like just the best in general overall. So if you'd like to see more of this stuff, stick around, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.